mean, we've been disrespected so much in the last 3 years. It's been 3 years. No response from them. No, I'm sorry. No, we stand with you. We know it was a mistake. We know it went down wrong because we know mistakes happen in war. This wasn't supposed to be war, but it turned out to be. And it was just important that, we let Donald Trump know because he's been there for us. He's been our rock. He's been there for us to give us a little bit of peace and carry that grief with us for a little while. And that's what he did that day. He carried that grief with us, gave us a little bit of peace, a little bit of happiness on that day. And all the families, that's my family, the 13, we're all family now. And we had to do this because he's been there for us. And it makes no sense that they throw daggers at us. It makes no sense they throw daggers at him, except for the fact that they weren't there and they felt ashamed or that we're angry that he was with us.
Yes, Gold Star Mom, like you have seen here, different Trump. I thought by now this story would end, but a lot of people, especially the mainstream media, can't stop. McCain's son came out on CNN, went off on Trump like he will never forgive Trump for taking a picture at a cemetery, forgetting that the father actually did an ad.
Never forgetting those heroes with whom he served. Never forgetting those heroes with whom he served. He returned home, spirit unbroken, again devoting himself to his country. Navy officer, congressman, senator, taking on the establishment and defying special interests. And never forgetting those heroes with whom he served. Today, John McCain is ready to lead America into the new century. His mission to fundamentally reform government. More experience and more courage than anyone. Ready to be president and leader of the free world.
I swear to you that from my first day in office to the last breath I draw, I will do everything in my power to make you proud of your government.
John McCain for president.
I was shocked that the son of this man, who is supporting Democrat, came out to say he will never forgive Trump after the father actually put this ad at a cemetery.
Says enough is enough.
The point of Arlington Cemetery is to go and show respect for the men and women who have given their lives to this country. When you make it political, you take away the respect of the people who are there. I feel that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz embody a group of people that will help make this country better, that will take us forward. And that's really what matters at the end of the day.
They invited him to be there. They asked him to pose for photos with the family members of the fallen. So I don't see, the outrage, but here's the thing. If people like Harris and the media are going to express more outrage at that than the people that made them Gold Star families in the first place, something is wrong. That is unacceptable.
What does that mean? Well, actually, what you're saying, Ron, is that it's okay to break the law. It's the law says you cannot shoot in this section. Just this section. Yeah. And when asked to not do it, there was a problem. See,
it is insane to see liberals like this trying to go off on Trump. They forget easily. This same Biden did the same thing, took a photo at a cemetery. Megyn Kelly did a segment, actually bring out instances where Democrats did that. But when it concerns them, they have no issue with that. It is okay to do it, but when it concerns someone they dislike, like Trump, it's a problem. I was actually shocked when I realized Democrats are taking this as a big issue. I understand elections are approaching, so obviously they are doing everything possible, to stir up different reactions, particularly to him.
I don't begrudge Mr. McCain his political views, and he served our country honorably, just like his father did. And I deeply respect the McCain family service to the United States. But look, he's a political figure here. He's obviously endorsing Kamala Harris. He wants to be a surrogate for Kamala Harris's campaign. I still don't think Donald Trump deserves to be pilloried the way that he is. He was invited by Gold Star families. He honored their request. He made a social media post. He's not making a TV ad here. And although there's a lot of talk about him violating a sacred area, the Gold Star families who issued videos about this particular event are more than happy that he was there, and they are more than angry with Kamala Harris, her role in the Abbey debacle, and the fact that she has never, ever given these people the time of day. So
Donald Trump had every right to be at the cemetery with the Gold Star families who wanted him there. But in your view, do you think it's appropriate to use an event like that one for political purposes, or do you think it crosses a line?
Well, the Veterans of Foreign Wars has been in existence for 125 years. And our 1.4 million members, I can assure you, would be against anyone that tried to politicize, especially on that hallowed ground. But the fact that that family or those families invited Mr. Trump to be there to show the respect for the last full measure of devotion that those individuals gave, and to allow him to photograph it or have it photographed is that's a prerogative that they had. And again, I would not presume to know the law that is on the books about holding a political event on the National Cemetery, but I know that the Veterans of Foreign Wars, when we were founded, the purpose is fraternal, patriotic, historical, charitable, and educational. And we respect and honor those that have paid the ultimate price. You know, everybody that serves in uniform is due respect.
Yeah.
But those who have deployed, well, that's what we're for. And yeah, I really can't. You'd have to take that up with the families on allowing that to be done, because I don't know what the law is.
And it's kind of twofold. Donald Trump's just never understood service and sacrifice as it applies to the U.S. military. He himself didn't serve. He didn't try to learn it as he did as he was in office. You know, asking questions about salaries that people made in the military, or wondering why they'd go into service. And the other is, when you make a mistake, just own it.
Yes, this becoming a political issue for CNN to do about 10 segments pertaining to it is actually concerning. I didn't see it to be this way. If you take a look, these are different segments that they put out pertaining to that. I don't know if they lack news now or what is. Like today, the family of Tim was endorsed Trump. You will not see on CNN. But when Mary Trump endorsed Kamala, oh, it was news every single day. It is crazy to see how the mainstream media always react.
Mr. President, my name is Rosalie Cianelli. I'm 105 years old. I humbly hope and pray you will be our next president again.
All of the other Gold Star families, they don't matter.
Do it here. Doesn't say you can't do it at all.
Especially sacred place.
Right here. Please don't. Please don't.
Well, it doesn't even.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Harris who rebuked him. It was also the United States Army.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get that straight.
Yeah.
And when he said, is he blaming the Democrats for wars?
He's blaming, I think, President Biden.
Well, he's talking about the withdrawal from Afghanistan and the deaths at Abbey Gate.
Rank up with the Constitution.
And that was as a result of the post Kamala put out that Trump only went there for political reasons. It is insane. If Kamala went or Biden went, I believe we will not get stories like this. It is simply because it is Trump, and the hatred they have toward him is as a result of this.
It does not need to be like this. This is silly.
About Barack Obama when it comes to
the theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging.
What's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
her being president.
And if the pace plays...
leaving.
A speech from Michelle Obama that I have to say is one of the best
gun-toting...
Abby, we were talking...
Trump or Kamala? Trump. Damn Kamala.
Kamala Harris is in office right now and has not tried to do anything about the border, has not tried to not tax people on tips.
For some people, it's already started.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris...
They say the economy's great. Just look at the jobs numbers. Well, we did.
and they disappear.
The money in politics is so extraordinary, which is something that should have never been allowed to happen.
When Joe stepped down, did you want it to be an open convention as opposed to going right to Kamala?
Well, here's the plan. Kamala, it was open. Anybody could have gotten in. She wrapped it up. You have to give her credit for that.
I do, totally.
Yeah,
And the
give her
Democratic
credit.
Party, you know what? That's the smartest thing they did. Because they just had a big internal fight. They couldn't afford another one. They would have looked like we always think, oh, they're disorganized, and they just got their you-know-what together.